All right, I'll just start talking, assuming we're going. Hello, welcome everyone. Beth's not currently in the room. I guess she forgot about the show today.
It's because you started a minute early. My clock says 59.
Mine says 1 p.m. Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
So, take a look-see on the thing. Where do I gotta go?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Live.
I see live. Now you gotta go either to home or live, I would imagine. What a joke.
This is why you're the computer guru and I'm just the pretty face.
That doesn't show your face.
Well, they can see me in the thumb tab.
Thumbnail.
Thumbnail, thumb tab.
I'll open up the chat box in case anyone wants to join and start chatting.
I'm surprised we don't have somebody waiting.
There's no way to know if someone's waiting.
Oh, okay. Well, what are we going to talk about? What is that?
It's a leaf in a big snow
Oh.
pile that I just photographed today. I guess we can start off with the weather and how much they were scaring everyone. I mean, I guess I can't speak for any other place in the country, but I'm glad to say that the snow that they were saying we were going to get was going to be like some historic frickin' snowfall was just completely overblown, I'm happy to
Like
say.
October of 91 scary. They didn't even warn us about that. They just gave it to us.
Yeah, I'm seeing one listener. Welcome.
Welcome.
So, happy to report that the big, huge blizzard really wasn't so much of a big, huge blizzard.
It's more like a big, bad snowstorm.
Got some wind. There was some blowing wind overnight, so that was scary.
Yeah. Sounded like, I don't know, wind, a lot of wind.
I would concur. That's exactly what it sounded like. One listener. Welcome, one listener.
Yay.
Well, what's on your mind?
Kind of mad I took the day off work, but I'm glad I took the day off work because if I didn't take the day off work, I wouldn't be able to do this February show, Nate and Beth show.
Looks like we got Wilson. Welcome, Wilson.
Wilson! Hey! Haven't seen you in a while. Or read you in a while. Now, Wilson is from
The East Coast,
we got Gomez.
New Jersey, I want to say.
New Jersey, our Jersey listener. We got Gomez. Hello, Gomez. What's he
He's
say?
the guy who just gives the title and the year it released. So if we ever forget that, we can be reminded by him.
Okay.
Wilson's located in the gross state of South Jersey.
Is that the Garden State?
He doesn't like that state. Well, gosh dang it.
Sorry, Minnesota's not much better.
It's probably worse because of the winters.
Yeah.
I didn't know until just recently how mild the winters are in the East Coast. I don't know how that is because
Until they get
aren't
snowstorms or ice
Well,
storms.
I'm talking about temperature. I mean, they're like the same northern. There's just as high north as we are.
They have the warm ocean. I want to say, don't they have the warm ocean?
I don't know if it's warm.
Well, California has the cold ocean.
Wilson says,
Can you not read
"Do you
that?
want to change spots?"
Also, whenever I talk negative about New Jersey, it seems like comments on YouTube.
Newgrounds Laserdisc database, and anywhere he talks negatively about Jersey seems to have comments removed. I guess I could have just just condensed that and said
Whenever he talks about
Jersey
his
Online.
comments are taken
Yeah.
down. Aw, bummer. He said something else.
Let's see if I can condense this. Oh, okay. He's thinking the Jersey governor has bigger office plans in the future.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, Office of Huge Movie Fanatics channel.
Ooh, speaking of which, didn't you reconnect with someone, or is that a different topic?
It's relevant. Yeah, I've talked to original Matt. I'm not going to call him that forever, but the Matt that I started this channel with in 2011, talked to him a few days ago for the first time since 2015. So we're hoping to continue for now, while it's a winter weather massacre madhouse, continue phone talks, but I'm hoping that we can connect, in person again for videos when it warms up.
If Minnesota ever thaws out, July maybe.
Not expecting it to.
Okay. Wilson saying something, and I guess Nate's trying to condense it down. Something about politics.
Yeah, maybe you are nuts.
Aw, okay. Well, I guess people can read the chat because I can't really read it from this angle.
Do you want to change seats? Because
you like your comfy seat.
That's true. Oh, we've got Keith in the house.
Keith, hey! What's he saying? I'm back. Is that good?
No, it's I'm back.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Looks like Joseph's crying and laughing. Yay! So how's everyone doing in their respective states? I know people in Minnesota are probably not venturing outside unless they have to. My job got shut down from the pending 18 to 24 inches of snow.
Keith says buried, but I mean, I'm glad it didn't turn out to be nearly what they were saying, aren't you? Aren't you, Keith?
Oh, you're talking to Keith?
Well, Keith says he's buried.
That's true. Well, he's also in Minnesota, so we, being in Minnesota, also understand.
Maybe it's worse where he is. It's not completely awful here.
We got about 6, maybe 8 inches.
Keith says he got 18 inches?
Wow.
So, for the record, folks, we're not that far away from Keith. That's, unless all of the snow we got blew off the ground. I mean, I'd say, yeah. What would you estimate, 6 inches?
I was saying 6 to 8 inches out there. Definitely more. I guess I
18.
didn't really take a ruler out there. Should we take a ruler out there and go see a deep spot?
I'll be here. Or actually, I'll go do it so I don't have to look at chat.
Oh, fine. You gotta find a deep spot.
I'll grab a yardstick.
Grab a yardstick. So now I get to, be fast, sweetie. Be the controller of the channel. I did. Sorry to hear that you got 18 inches, Keith. Wilson says, I'm not sure if I told you this already, but the past months or so, I picked up The Bride of Chucky Brown, Charlie Brown Easter, Charlie Brown Christmas, The Faculty, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Laserdisc. Awesome! Those are fun movies. Keith says, it's the drifts in parts of my steps I walked had 12 inches last night and 6 inches today. So overnight you got another 6 inches? That makes sense. But I like Bride of Chucky. Nate doesn't like Bride of Chucky. I like Jennifer Tilly. She's a good comedy relief for the Chucky movies. And we've been watching Chucky, the series on Netflix. Hey, it's Austin. Hey, Austin. Austin says hey there. So we got Wilson, Keith, and Austin. All right. And Keith says Jennifer Tilly with, I'm guessing, is that an accurate reading of that? Austin Powers is here, says Wilson. That's awesome. I like Jennifer Tilly. Well, oh, Keith says he does like Jennifer Tilly. Oh, and Nate sits in my chair. So what's the forecast?
It's like 6 inches.
Well, yeah, Keith said he had 12 inches on the stairs and another 6 inches in the morning. So, Wilson says, do you like Mike Myers? Yes, I do. I like Mike Myers. I like the Austin Power movies versus the 007 Bond movies. Primarily because I made fun of 007 until I actually watched every single James Bond movie in order, and I ended up kind of falling in love with James Bond.
Good.
Austin says, some people hate Tilly's voice, though, LOL. Yeah, I thought it was an acting voice.
I was just saying that earlier.
Wayne's World, excellent, party on.
Wilson say, do you find him funny or not? Did you read that?
Oh, do I find Mike Myers? Oh, I didn't catch that. I do think he's funny.
Keith says, who needs Jennifer?
Who needs...
Who says Jennifer Tilly needs to talk? Yeah, get down there.
Just get down there, quote unquote, from Nate, who probably likes her assets. And, you know, being a woman, I don't really blame him. She's pretty. Austin says, Nate, I just now ordered the new Slumber Party Massacre 4K double feature. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think you told me that on the premiere of the Disney Star Wars movies discussion. Congrats, and you'll have to stop by to let me know how that is in the comments. Go ahead, Beth.
Yeah, I guess Nate missed his Laserdisc comments, and getting back to Keith, he said, "Give back and push down. She's great at poker." And Will answers Nate and says that he will stop by in the comments. Yeah, he got
okay.
Bride of Chucky, Charlie Brown Easter, Charlie Brown Christmas, The Faculty, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Laserdisc.
Well, yeah, congratulations. I was measuring snow when you said that.
And we got, how much out there? A foot?
Well, I said 6 inches, so that's half a foot.
Half of a foot.
I mean, I'm sure it, like, varies. It's like, you know, blowing and drifting. I measured twice, and there was 5.5 inches, and then 6 inches.
Okay, we're talking about snow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure Jennifer Tilly didn't get you excited.
Looks like Austin will
stop by the comments and
let me know how the Slumber Party 1 and 2 4Ks are.
Wilson says the Faculty Laserdisc cost him an arm and a leg. Well, at least you have the ability to hop around, and hopefully it wasn't your primary arm.
I wonder what Texas Chainsaw Laserdisc... Do you have the MPI Laserdisc or the first one, the restored release from like 93? Just trying to think which Chainsaw Laserdisc you'd have. Feel free to list them out.
Keith said the neighbor's cars were buried halfway up the wheels, so I decided to back out and see. I got through it fine. Well, some people haven't been moving their cars since, January, so maybe it's added snow on top of the snow that was already there. Wilson said he paid around $260 to $270 US for
Jesus, a laser disc.
The Faculty Laserdisc, if I'm remembering correctly. Though I thought that was a ridiculous amount, but someone on Reddit informed me that someone else paid around $600 for it.
Someone's a Laserdisc nut.
I guess it's the Elite version.
Oh, okay, of the first film, yeah, okay, I got that. Yeah, because I think the first Laserdisc ever of the first Chainsaw was that MPI version.
Keith says, "Wow."
About the cost of the Laserdisc MPI version of like that restored one in early '90s. I think that was the first Chainsaw Laserdisc. Don't quote me.
Wait, are we talking about Chainsaw or are we talking about the Faculty?
Well, I'm talking about
the
Chainsaw.
Faculty Laserdisc.
I know the Faculty one was
me a lot more.
I don't know why he's paying that for
Not
Laserdiscs, but it's better than buying, I guess, what's
it's an investment.
Percocets.
Oh, hey, leave Percocet out of this. Percocet's awesome. He said that Texas Chainsaw Laserdisc Elite Edition was around $45.
Not horrible.
That's still a lot of money. That's Keith says, "LOL pills." Wilson says the Faculty is incredibly rare, and it's a late release.
I guess it would be one of the last Laserdiscs, because that...
Like a gem?
Yeah, it came out in 98 or something, so would have been on video in like 99, so I guess it would have been one of the last Laserdiscs, so I guess there's that, but Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I mean, I there's few things I spend $260 on.
And I'm not one of them.
Wendy's biggie bags are just as good.
I know. Wilson asks, "Have you seen The Faculty?"
He says, "Have you too seen The Faculty?"
I haven't seen The Faculty.
Yes, I have. It's
Okay.
got that Offspring song at the beginning. I'm completely massacring it.
Yeah, sounds like he's going into Midnight Evil.
New Year's Evil?
New Year's Evil. Wilson... Well, no, sorry, Austin. I apologize. Austin says, on the new 4K of Slumber Party Massacre 2, it says there is an unrated version on the disc as well. What is that all about? Was that on the older SF? I don't know what that means.
Scream Factory. Yeah, it's on the Blu-ray. It's I talk about it in my review of that Blu-ray. Yeah, it's not really. It's almost like a work print version. You know, like before they trim it down to the absolute bare minimum. It's not like there's any extra gore. It's just like there's extra bits and pieces of scenes here and there. So that's what that's going to be. I want to say the whole thing is like VHS quality. So it's like a work print version. It's a version before they trim out all the bits and pieces that they didn't need. But it's so short that, I mean, they could have left, you know, some
a lot of it
in there, because the finished version is like, I think it's 80 minutes or even less than 80 minutes long. So that's what that's about. It doesn't have any more gore. Austin says, "I've seen The Faculty. It's a great movie, but not for everyone." Keith says, I think the kid, meaning his kid, watched The Rocketeer. Well, holy cow.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I dragged Keith to that in the theater in 91.
Wilson says he has The Mummy on Laserdisc, and I forgot if I told you that. It's a pretty good release, but it's another Laserdisc that is not cheap since it was a late release. It sells in the 100 range.
I'm assuming we're talking Brandon Fraser Mummy. That again would have been one of the last Laserdiscs, because I want to say, when was The Mummy? 90... I don't even remember, 98 or 99.
I never got into The Mummy until recently, so...
Oh, you got into it recently, did you?
Well, you said you wanted to watch it with me, so
I
I'm
meant
interested in it.
I meant the originals.
I don't know.
One of the
like the black and white mummies?
Yeah, one of them's got the John Carradine young version, like, you know, when he was young. Yeah, I should show you that.
Yeah, you should. Will Austin says, interesting, sort of like the work print of Sleepaway Camp 3 on Scream Factory Blu-ray. Did I do that right?
Yay! Yeah, exactly, Wilson. It's like that, before they cut out all the little, what they deemed unnecessary bits and pieces. So it's cool to see, you know, what was there that they deemed unnecessary. Unfortunately, it's no gore or tits, I'm afraid. It's such a shame that bodacious babe, what the hell is her name? Kimberly MacArthur was in that, and that was after her skin days. It's just like, oh man, what a bummer. But
Okay.
I have seen Young
Well,
Doctors in Love, and that one Kimberly MacArthur scene was great.
Wilson says yup to something. Austin says I saw The Mummy in theaters.
Oh, I think he's meant yep to Brandon Fraser.
Oh, okay. Keith says, ooh, I'm a happy camper. I love the summer sun. Sleepaway camp
Yeah,
reference?
we're gonna have to watch those at the fire this year.
Oh, definitely. And Austin says he saw The Mummy Returns in theaters too. CGI Xbox, The Rock, and all. LOL. Unless I
CGI
read that.
Xbox. What does that mean? Oh, like Xbox quality CG maybe is what he means.
I don't know. Would you like to switch chairs?
No, I like getting a break from reading. Can everyone hear us? I'm kind of far away. Well, we're about the same
You're in
distance
green.
from the mic.
So,
Do we sound about the same? Beth and I?
Wilcott says Sleepaway Camp 3 work print definitely has a lot more gore. Too bad they lost the original film negatives to those gore scenes. Oh, sad.
Which one?
Sleepaway Camp 3?
Oh yeah, it's such a bummer that like in the 80s and stuff. What's so funny?
Keith's being a smart butt.
It's we'll get to it. It's such a bummer in the 80s and stuff when they just threw away the excised gore. Like, I mean, they'd have no way of knowing that people that those gore shots on the actual film was going to be like this holy grail. Decades later.
Oh, yeah.
Such a bummer. So many gore scenes just on the cutting room floor.
Sad.
Okay. Now Wilson's gonna list off his frickin'.
Joseph Wilson says, I have I have new 2 Laserdisc players, Pioneer Elite. I'm CLD53, which is fake Elite, but it can't still frame on CLV, and CLD 3080, which can still frame. Okay, I'm like lost in all that, so the technology, I guess, is a Nate thing. Austin says, I meant that the CIG was so bad it was Xbox level, LOL. And to answer your question about how do we sound, Keith said, Beth doesn't sound like you, Nate. That's why I was like, he was being a smart butt. Oh no, he's bringing something out.
If Keith wants to call,
Hey,
he surely can. I'm not gonna set up the good mic or good speaker. It's too much trouble. I'll just put the phone next to the.
sounds like we might. Oh, Jason Sum just said hello. Didn't think. Oh, Jason Sum says I didn't think you'd do a show. YouTube never told me you were live. Cry, cry. I'm sorry, Mr. Sum. We're here. We did a commercial.
I think this is the first time he's actually made it to a show.
Yeah. Keith says, I hear the laughing. No more laughing. And he says he's going to call.
Good
so
for him.
We're looking forward. There it is. Yay! We now have Keith on a phone call. Hello, Keith.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yay! We got Keith. So we got Keith on phone. We got Jason Sum, Austin Wilcott, Joseph Wilson.
One less chat to read now that you're on the phone.
Yeah, and I don't have to squint my eyes.
Aww. We do though.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. Now, can people online hear Keith?
Yeah. How's Keith sound, everyone?
Yeah, how do I sound? Do I sound like Keith?
I think you sound like Keith.
All right.
Nope.
It's crazy what Wilson's paying for laser discs.
Oh, God. Yeah?
I don't know what kind of job he has, but I'm in the wrong work if he can do that.
Oh.
Jason says, I haven't been on one of your live streams in ages. Working graveyard shift 40 plus hours a week is brutal. Oh, poor
Oh.
thing. Hugs.
Well, welcome, Jason. Right, Keith? Anything on? Oh, well, let's hear about this Rocketeer with the
Kid.
Sonny Boy. How did that come about?
Oh, well, I watched a couple of his movies, and I was like, all right, I'll watch this one if you watch this with me. Watch something with me that I choose. He's like, okay.
Jason Sum says Keith sounds
So
good for a
we did
regular
that.
cell
He
call.
watched most of it. He was on the phone a lot of the time. But he was looking at it.
Yeah, what did you have to watch of his, or if we can ask?
Sure. I watched, what was it? Werewolf by Night and the Black Panther 2.
Oh, damn. Okay, you had to watch that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jose.
Werewolf by Night was all right. I didn't have a problem with that one.
Sounds not
The other
something you'd
one
watch.
was what you expect.
Yeah, exactly. Let us catch up on a little bit of chat here. Let Beth do it.
Jose Gomez says, hello, beautiful world. And Joseph Wilson says, hello, Spanish version of me. And Wilson gives a smiley face.
I don't know what that means, but that's okay. Austin says
Jose
he saw...
and
Joseph. I
Jose
see.
is the Spanish version of Joseph.
Austin saw Black Panther 2. It was too long and slow. Is that accurate, Keith?
It was long. I wouldn't say it wasn't slow to me. I mean, I won't give a full review of it, but I'm a comic guy, and I don't like when they change a lot of stuff in the comics to, do what they want to do.
Mm.
Yep, exactly. For present day stuff.
Right.
Jason Sum says, is Werewolf by Night the Marvel adaptation?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Is that something on like Disney Plus or something?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it was on Disney Plus.
Oh, you poor thing.
But I'll say this, I didn't think it was horrible.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So.
Austin says, I did see Ant-Man 3 as well.
That's out now?
Yeah, I think it's Quantum Mania.
Quantumverse.
Oh, boy.
Did you see the couple Ant-Man movies? I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw the first two. Yeah.
There's more
They
than
were all right.
two? Oh, I guess
Well, the
the
new
third
one just came out. But yeah, I thought the Ant-Mans were pretty cool. I
thought most of them were cool until Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Which they turned into a female. Kind of made me mad.
Now, what's the whole thing with Captain Marvel? I mean, I know back in the old days it was a guy, so did they change it to a girl?
Okay, there's actually a couple Captain Marvels. I'll try to do this quick for you. There's a couple Captain Marvels. The one that's in the movie is actually the first one that dies in the Infinity Crisis, the Infinity Gauntlet in the comics. And she also gets her powers absorbed by Rogue in the comics, so she's dead. Either way, it was a nothing character. Marvel, the one she gets the powers from, is a guy in the books.
Okay.
And she doesn't get her powers that way. So they changed all that, so, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, well, thank you for the little bit of heads up there. Gomez regales us with Sleepwalkers and its release here. Jason's...
Ooh, Sleepwalkers.
Huh?
Oh, I like Sleepwalkers.
Oh, yeah, Sleepwalkers, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, I've got a review of it on the old channel Rooney.
Yeah.
Jason says, such a strange IP to adapt Disney is so shameless. What's next? Alpha Fight?
I don't know what
So
that is.
they are making Alpha Flight, yes.
Oh, jeez. I don't even know what that is.
Beth can read Austin.
Austin says the third Ant-Man is pretty out there and crazy. It's a nice lean 2-hour running time. I don't know what that means. These movies don't need to be 4 hours long. So they cut it in half.
He means it's nice and not
short.
crazy long, like
2 hours versus
Avatar
5.
2.
I liked Avatar 2.
You don't need a dinner break after 2 hours.
Right. And Austin says he has Sleepwalkers on the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I just have to remember that SF means Scream Factory.
Yeah, remember when Sleepwalkers came out? That was during the big morphing era in the early 90s.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yay. Well,
I
thanks
remember
everyone for showing up. Sorry, Keith, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. When I taped it off of the probably HBO or something back then. Because we didn't go to the theater to see the Sleepwalkers, but I just remember having it on tape before actually buying it. Because it was like on the HBO or something.
Is Sleepwalker something we've seen together?
I think so. It's the one where that's the cat mom and kid cat family,
okay.
and they have sex more than he screws his girlfriend.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if he screws his girlfriend, but I remember that girlfriend chick was pretty cute in that movie.
Yeah, no,
That's the
he
Stephen
never
King
does.
one.
He never actually screws the girlfriend, but I mean, I guess he doesn't need to when he's got mom. Oh my God.
Yeah, he goes and dates virgins so he can feed them to mom.
Oh.
That's what he does.
Oh boy.
Okay. Awesome.
Moving on, Austin says.
My local theater is selling Black Panther standees for $30, and none of them have sold. Oh no!
Can't imagine why.
God, if they don't sell in February, they're never gonna sell.
It's cold out. No one wants to go out in the cold.
You know, I actually had a plan.
You did?
Last night. Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't have work today. They called it off for during the day when I worked.
Okay.
But I had a plan that if I had to go to work, I was going to swing by you guys on the way back to try and help you dig out.
Hey, we're still open to that.
Yeah, that.
We're definitely open to that.
I said if I had gone to work because it would have been on the way.
Darn fine print.
Beth does the same thing, Keith. She says, I was going to do this or I was going to do that. I was going to, and they were really nice things. And it's kind of like, why even tell me what you were going to do, but you didn't do? You're just trying to start a fight?
No, like, I was telling you my plans that just never went through.
The last one she said was, she was going to take a bath and she was going to let me join, but just because I said some certain thing, that's no longer on the table. So I'm like, why even tell me that? I guess it's just a
this
woman.
Is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Well, Nate, I tell you what, if I take a bath, never mind.
I'm never invited. That's okay.
All right. Speaking of which, Austin says Sleepwalkers, the ultimate incest love story. I guess that's a big LOL.
No, there's worse ones than that, but yeah.
Yeah. Gomez reminds us that Hellraiser Hell on Earth was released in 1992. Thank you, Gomez.
Oh, yeah. Remember, Keith? Didn't we go see that?
Yeah.
Did we go see that in the theater with my mom?
Yeah.
Wasn't that uncomfortable during that sex scene with my mom right there?
Well, you were sitting next to me, so she was next to you, so I didn't have to see her.
Oh.
Wow. You two sit together a lot.
But that was only part one of the Hellraiser
story.
Adventure. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we skipped school to go rent it on VHS when it came out on video.
Yeah.
All right. All these childhood stories coming out.
Can't wait for my kid to ask me, "Did you ever skip school?" Yeah. Why? So I can watch Hellraiser 3.
But only one day. When you're old enough to skip school, I'll let you know.
It's too bad we didn't have any video of that. We could have put in the Mission Impossible music.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
No evidence, no crime.
Hiding and everything.
You're right. Yeah.
You guys can still do it 30 years later. I don't know.
Reenact it.
Yeah.
Nate's pointing to the screen, so I guess I'm supposed to read Jason Sum's comment. thoughts on VS? I don't know what that means.
Oh, Vinegar Syndrome.
Getting the rights to more mainstream films, Roadhouse, Sidekicks, Cloak and Dagger, etc.
Yeah, I don't really like any of those movies, but I mean, Vinegar Syndrome is a really great outfit. So the more high quality Blu-ray and
Oh my
or
God.
4Ks they can put out, the better, in my opinion.
I didn't know what that was.
Oh.
I'm like, is that some new disease?
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
yes, it's the new disease, Vinegar Syndrome.
So Austin's kind of showing his age here. I'd love
Oh.
to have seen Hellraiser 3 in theaters. What was it like in the theater? Was it loud? How did the audience react to it?
Was there even an audience? I don't remember.
It was not a full house. That's
Making me
for
feel
sure.
old, Austin.
I mean, to us, I don't know. Nate can give his own take, of course, but the way that I looked at it when we went to movies, it was literally an adventure to do it. And
Yeah,
you
movie theaters were fun
You
back.
felt like you were a part of something, and
Yeah.
it was just fun. To me, it was just fun because it's not something I got to do a whole lot.
True. Yeah.
So-
Going to the theater was a treat.
Yeah,
Well, also, I think the difference between home and theater was much greater back in the 80s and 90s because the little TVs with the little speakers back then. I mean, the
Yeah.
difference between that and the huge theater screen and the sound was so. It was just I can remember, seeing. Yeah, I mean, like I can just remember what Hellraiser 3 was like up on the screen with the sound and. Right at the beginning when the guy goes into the art place and just the sounds and it was just so huge.
Well, that and I think that the other reason it was really cool to go then was because movies didn't come out 2 weeks later after they were in the theater like they do now.
Oh, I know. It was almost a year in some cases.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes
So if you didn't
two.
see it in the theater, you were just kind of stuck until it came out, and then by then it's old news with your
Yep.
friends.
Well, now that the
Well-
heater stopped blowing, maybe they can hear us better. That was kind of loud.
It's possible. Let's catch up on some chat here.
That was just
That was
the
it.
answer to
Okay,
his
so
question.
Austin likes Vinegar Syndrome, but they are a bit pricey. That's true. Jason says best theater experience as a kid. Well, let's throw that to Keith.
Best theater experience as a kid.
Yeah.
Let's see, with you or with
Well,
No.
you can do one with me if you want, and one without, or whatever.
one without? I would have to say one without Nate before I knew Nate was probably. It might have been when I could appreciate it a bit more, but probably when I saw Rocky IV.
Rocky 4. Okay,
the
that's
theater.
back in the day.
Wow.
It was just like '85. It was just really cool. It was so huge. And it was when I could remember movies because the first one I ever remember seeing at a drive-in was The Black Hole.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't
we
know
just
what it was
recently
called
watched
for
Black Hole.
years. With Nate, I would probably. I'd almost say it has to be Brain Donors.
Oh wow, that was at the drive-in.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the drive-in, not just the theater, the drive-in.
Yeah, I'd say the drive-in was probably Brain Donors. I'm trying to remember, but theater-wise, there's no hands down. It's T2.
Yeah, I was wondering when T2 was gonna come out of your mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
At the theater, hands down, it was Terminator 2.
Yeah.
No question.
Nice.
That
Yeah.
was an experience.
Yeah, for me, I guess. I mean, I seen Rocketeer I think possibly 7 times in the theater. I think three.
Yeah, you saw it a lot.
three of those might have 3 or 4 of those were a second run theater. I can remember when Jurassic Park came out because that was like the first DTS digital sound movie. That was a big deal too.
Right.
I'd have to say my favorite childhood experience movie theater was going to the movies Gremlins with a bunch of
Oh, I did that.
Recreation Plus kids. It's like a latchkey program. So we were all in, was it 1 or 2 that has the movie theater scene? I think it was 1.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one. So we're all in the movie theater. We all got a little small popcorn, and that scene came on, and we were all starting to throw the popcorn around. So that was fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. was like-
Emulating what they were doing in the theater or
Yeah.
in the movie.
I think I was like 9 or 10. It was fun.
Nice. Yeah, T2, I think that's kind of really, I mean, we saw the Jurassic Park. Was that before T2?
No, 2 years after.
Okay, yeah. So T2 was like the first time I can remember where, you experience like an absolute blockbuster.
Oh, yeah.
That was for me anyways. But.
And then, then the ride, because your mom brought three of us, you, me, and a buddy of yours there, and we were just blabbing teenagers on the way to the theater, and on the way back,
just dead quiet.
Because we couldn't believe what we'd experienced. Our brains were just mush.
Speaking of experiences,
a little bit of chat here, Keith.
Austin says TVs today are basically or almost as good as theater screen and sound. Then he comments, back in the 90s, if you saw a movie in theaters and then rented the VHS months later, it was definitely a significant, noticeable downgrade. Nowadays, there's hardly any difference. Yeah, that's a good analogy.
I can remember being so disappointed because I'd seen Rocketeer so many times in the theater. I had the widescreen image kind of memorized, and then when it came to pan and scan, remember pan and scan home video, I was just like, oh my God.
Aww.
Downgrading video. That's a good question. I don't know an answer to that one at the moment.
No, he's just saying that if you saw something in the movies back in the 90s and then rented it on VHS, it was a huge sound difference, like a downgrade.
Sound difference, I don't know, but I would say Jason Goes to Hell is probably worse after the videotape.
True. Very true.
Watched it again.
Gomez regales us with Pet Sematary 2, The Year and the Star. Austin says there's a theater segment in Gremlins 2 with Hulk Hogan getting pissed at the creatures.
Yeah, I remember that.
There is. Yeah.
Austin agrees with my lamenting over pan and scan. Jason says, I'd say Aliens is much better than T2 at the theater. Seeing Aliens in the theater was a surreal experience. Yeah, I saw Aliens at the drive-in with my dad before. That was still when I was squeamish about movies, so it kind of I wasn't really watching Aliens very much, but I saw it at the drive-in.
Yeah.
All right, those sound like fighting words from Jason's Terminator
Return of the
versus Alien.
Jedi was pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to see that at the second run theater at Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid those shots of Vader's helmet on one of the Star Destroyers with the stars in the background. I thought he was in space. I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand what that was about. That's a memory I have of that. I thought his helmet was actually in space, like it was a huge helmet.
Yeah. That we could do an edit with that.
That's true. And I remember them big two-legged walkers on Endor. I remember when I was leaving the theater, I was afraid that they were going to be out in the parking lot.
Aww.
Oh.
Aww. Poor Nadykins. Should I get more chat down? Or?
Yeah, just do... Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, just Austin, right?
Yeah. Austin says he didn't see Jason / Hell.
Goes to Hell.
Okay. Until his dad taped it off Showtime. Then he saw the unrated VHS when Hollywood Video first opened in his area.
At the time, I wish I would have renamed it Friday the 13th Goes to Hell.
Hey, that would have been a good title.
Yeah.
Right?
Friday the 13th Goes to Hell. Yeah, Keith and I, although we weren't together, I went with another group of people, but we were at the same, turns out we were at the same showing where John D. LeMay was signing autographs, and Keith just, as cool as that was, Keith says he just assumed it was the chick from Friday the 13th, the series, but...
That's true.
Mickey.
Yeah.
Roby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, who's now the star of the third season. So we've been watching that off the cuff.
When you were sitting there watching Jason Goes to Hell in the theater, like, what were your thoughts? Like, when the coroner ate the heart, you were like, what the fuck?
Well, it was that, and I was laughing.
Oh, you were laughing. Okay.
Yeah, I was laughing at it, and I was like, "What is going?" It's like they win. Well, I mean, that's a whole other review.
Sounds like you guys something talking to do.
Yeah. I mean, to answer the question, I laughed. I thought this is ridiculous. What are they doing?
Well, didn't they have the reflection of Jason as the coroner walked by? So it's like the
Yeah.
coroner's really Jason.
Yeah, anybody he possessed, if you saw the reflection in a mirror, it was Jason.
Wow.
Oh my God. Yep, it was disappointing, that's for sure. Where are we?
I think we're right here. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
But I remember we would see subsequent movies after that, and I'd see that guy, and I would just sit there with Nate, and I'd be like, "Coroner."
Oh yeah, the guy who plays the coroner, yeah, like in the American Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just, he knew exactly what I meant.
Yeah, you guys have your own little language. We should probably catch up
on
some
chat. I think it's Jason there, Beth.
Yeah, Jason says, Return of the Jedi didn't wow me. Was too young to care. But I remember the theater being jam-packed with people standing and watching it. Wow. Yeah, Return of the Jedi was kind of one of those blockbuster movies, but showing your age, Mr. Sum.
What did Keith say?
I said Princess Leia wowed me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As a little tyke, huh?
Well, later on, but like, what did I love the whole Emperor thing and all that. I just like the conclusion of that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Austin,
understandable.
Austin says there was some idea with Jason taking on LA gangs for part 9, but they dropped that idea.
Why would LA gang? Oh, for part 9. Okay, yeah, I don't know why. So Jason takes LA.
Oh. I thought part 9 was Jason goes to Manhattan.
No, that's 8.
That's 8.
Yeah, that's 8.
Okay.
Austin says he always loved the part where the medical examiner eats the heart so disgusting. The heart eating is extended in the unrated cut as well. He eats it like a Whopper in the unrated version.
Oh, wow.
They probably told him that's what it was.
That's probably what it was.
Mm-hmm.
With some dark, viscous ketchup.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Well, remember that next time we get Whoppers.
Eat your heart out. Oh, wait. Whose heart is this?
Ha ha.
Come on. That was kind of cute.
That was kind of cute.
So I've noticed that
I see what he's saying. So he was saying instead of what they did with part 9, like in part 8 he's in Manhattan, but somehow he was going to get to LA and start fighting the gangs.
Oh, okay. So kind of like the couple of Escape from New York and Escape from LA movies, they just do the same thing. Of course, at that time, Escape from LA wasn't out yet. So.
I'm still trying to figure out how Crystal Lake got all the way to Manhattan.
Yeah, the water is connected from Manhattan to Crystal Lake.
Doesn't he just literally just appear out of the water and climb up on the ship?
Well, yeah, he takes that houseboat that's on Crystal Lake to the ship that's going to New York. So all that water is connected.
Yeah, geography is not really Friday the 13th's forte. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off, Keith.
You do, Beth.
Oh, that's okay.
You do, don't you, Beth? Yeah, well, anything, now that chat's a little dead for a moment here, anything on Keith's mind?
Ooh, Keith has a mind?
No, I left you a comment. I was saying one of these days I'll have to give you my take on those new Star Wars movies.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. Just as soon do it in person so we both sound the same.
Yeah, not on the... But, what am I working on? I did like an edit of one of the wrestling games for fun. And I'm getting geared up for those other projects that I told you about.
Oh my God! You just reminded me that I think we edited Massacre in another way, didn't we? We did it with some movie audio. Maybe it was Massacre, where we somehow tried to make you remember, because in some wrestling game you could design your character or something. Didn't you like design like the Hitchhiker and
Oh yeah, the family.
yeah? And I want to say we like put bits and we probably didn't do the whole movie, but maybe we put certain bits and pieces of the audio or maybe certain lines characters would say with the family versions of the wrestling characters in the video game.
Oh.
Yeah, we did. We did do
Okay.
that.
That might be something worth watching. Jason says Jason Goes to Hell is so lazy. If you read the Leatherface versus Jason graphic novels, you can easily put Jason anywhere. Sounds like that got a Keith reaction. Uh-oh.
Jason versus Leatherface. Like I think they came up with those things because of the fighting games. That's the only reason I can think about it.
Okay.
I never really got into the graphic novels like that.
Well, like I have a Mortal Kombat game that has Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, the Xenomorph, and Predator in it.
Oh,
You
fun.
can literally have them fight. But yeah.
Sounds like they were scraping up some ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some of the, I think it'd be better instead of them fighting. Why don't they team up?
Yeah, team up and fight the Avengers.
Oh, don't give him any ideas. That might be the next movie. Marvel versus Jason.
If they had Jason in one of those movies, he wouldn't have a machete. It'd be like a spork or something.
Oh, come on. Jason has to have his machete.
I agree. I'm saying what they would do.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Get watered down, and
But he'd still, like, poke people's eyes out with that spork like nothing.
Yeah, but then they'd show it, and it'd probably be like a robot or something, so it wouldn't really matter.
True. Bummer. Takes all the fun out of it.
I mean, it'd be fun watching them gouge out Iron Man's eyes, but
Hey, you leave Iron Man out of this.
Why?
I like Iron Man.
Tony Stark or Iron Man?
Both. They're the same.
No, they're not.
Tony Stark
Here
is
we
Iron
go.
Man.
Here we go.
I'm giving you crap.
Oh.
Appreciate it.
Don't be messing with me and my Iron Man. Tony Stark even says, I am Iron Man. So,
Well, I've said I'm things too.
Yeah, never mind. Too
It's
easy.
called me a dink. I am dink.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Little bit of chat time, right, Beth?
I guess. Oh, no. See if I can't read this. Jason Sum says, okay, nope, it was Topps Comics in 1994. It's so weird seeing a 19 in front of a year. It was mature comic book that half the retailer refused to sell, like that one half of the retailers refused to sell for this time. It's actually very smart book. It could have been turned into a film. And then Jose lets us remember that Return of the Living Dead 3, J. Trevor Edmond in 1993.
So Jason's talking about, what's he talking about? The, Leatherface versus Jason graphic novels. Okay.
Like only half the retailers wanted to sell it at the time. It's actually a smart book.
Well, good.
I don't know anything about that.
What did Keith say?
Maybe Keith is going to look at it.
Austin says he's got Return of the Living Dead 3 on Blu-ray.
Uh-oh. Keith's on the hunt for Red October. Oh, that's a different movie.
I'm on the hunt for coffee.
Ooh, coffee's a good idea.
Well, thanks for helping us shovel in an alternate reality, Keith. Alternate time frame.
It's the multiverse.
Multiverse, yes.
Yeah, alternate timeline. Yeah, thanks for helping us shovel in the timeline that never will happen.
Aww. Well, of course he's doesn't really need to shovel because he's got that lovely vehicle that can eat through almost anything.
That's true.
That is true, and I'm not saying what it is. So, looks like Austin has a question. Nate, when you worked at Suncoast, were they still selling VHS tapes for Savage Streets or The Return of the Living Dead?
I don't think I really knew what Savage Streets was then, but it's possible we were selling tapes for Return of the Living Dead. I wasn't not a huge fan of Return of the Living Dead. I mean, I've never been a big fan of that. I mean, I like it, but I would say we probably were selling, Return of the Living Dead tapes, but I didn't even know what Savage Streets was at the time. Jason says it was adult/mature, like Faust, Razor. Adult books were considered pornography. Oh, okay. This Leatherface versus Jason or whatever.
Huh.
Austin says those were hard to get at one time back then. Oh, those 2 tapes? Okay. Yeah, when I was working at Suncoast, it was still primarily VHS, and we had a Laserdisc section, but Laserdisc was really a niche thing. It never ever was mainstream.
Yeah, I remember the neighbors across the road had a Laserdisc, and they didn't have very many movies, but it was interesting.
Nate used to hate when I would say Faust.
Oh, I did? Was it Puppet
Yeah.
Master 2 or what?
Yeah, something would happen. I'd be like, Faust, you are condemned. Shut up.
Okay, Wilson says, Suncoast at my local mall when Suncoast existed back in the mid-2000s. I ordered the Berserk box set, which has beautiful box art, but it wasn't cheap, even in the mid-2000s. It cost me around $130.
I don't even know what that is.
He
It's an
continues to
anime.
say,
Oh, okay.
Berserk is an anime, in case you guys don't know. Yeah, I've been told that was actually pretty fun to watch. I might have to watch that. I think it's on Netflix.
It's also an arcade game, but probably not
Ooh.
the same thing.
It might not be the same. Might have the
No, I'm
same
sure
art
it's not.
though. Austin says, I think the Savage Streets VHS went OOP.
Out of print.
Oh. In the 90s. Same with the Return of the Dead 1. Am I right?
Return of the Living Dead.
I don't know. Return/Dead. But there was an early 90s release of it with totally different and crappier cover art. He continues to say he still has Child's Play 2 VHS that he bought at Suncoast. Gomez says Edward Furlong was a good kid actor. Wilson continues to say most of my Suncoast stuff was DVD though. Joseph says the Netflix show is not the original Berserk series unless they recently put it on Netflix.
See why I'm
Taking a
sick of
break.
doing shows, Beth?
Jason Thumb says, is the rise of value of VHS legit or just a massive scam to hook collectors? I don't see the point paying $500 for a sealed VHS tape when the PQ is horrible.
Oh, picture quality?
Picture quality.
Picture quality.
Joseph Wilson says, I believe Netflix is the newer Berserk with 3D animated scenes, which I'm not a fan of. I prefer 2D artwork. Yeah, with anime, 2D is better. And Austin Wilcott says, I don't see the point of paying $500 for anything unless it's a 4K TV, LOL. I won't even buy a 4K TV. That's crazy.
I'll pay $500 for like my electric bill and my heating.
Jeez. I'm not even going to comment on that. But that's a lot of script I just read. And any
Yeah,
comments from that?
you see why I'm sick of doing shows.
Well, I just noticed that the Nate and Beth show turned into a movie fanatic show, which is cool.
Oh, I think Beth's, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a movie channel,
It's a movie
so
channel, I understand.
what does Beth want to talk about?
I am
Yeah,
cool.
what's on your mind?
Wouldn't you like to know? All I know is it's crazy cold outside, so my mind is kind of frozen. As Nate's picking on himself.
Yeah.
Aw,
Like-
thank you,
like Hell 9000.
Gomez.
What'd you say, Kate?
Said that Beth's turning into Hell 9000.
Hell,
Oh,
My
yeah.
mind is going.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
My mind is going.
Thank you, Gomez, for the big old red heart.
That's harassment.
It is not harassment. It's appreciation for the fairer sex. Thank you, Gomez. Austin says $500 for a VHS tape is definitely a scam and extortion. Those tapes are rotting from age as well. That's true. Jason Sum says Return of the Living Dead on home video has always been hinky due to licensing of the music.
Yeah.
And Austin says he has an old cable recording of Return of the Dead with all original music. Hey, that might be something
I would say
worth
if you
sharing.
had maybe $500 if the thing was signed by the entire cast or something, might be worth it. But
Yeah, other
Yeah,
than
for
that.
a VHS, I wouldn't go more than $50 for a VHS, and that's
I mean,
high. So,
Yeah, I just buy cheap VHS. I don't know if you saw I just found that really good condition VHS of The Sting from the 80s at half price
Yeah.
for $2. I mean, so if I come across stuff like that for $2, that's a different story.
yeah, didn't we find Gone with the Wind fully sealed
Yeah,
for like
I
$5?
yeah. No, I think that was $2.
Was it $2?
You know, I couldn't pass
Oh,
up
it's right
the
behind you.
yeah. I made a video, even though I don't even like the movie, I couldn't pass up the sealed VHS of Gone with the Wind for $2.
And I had just
Yep.
recently seen Gone with the Wind. I'm like, what is the big hype about this movie?
Nothing. It's just yeah.
It was kind of further time, though.
overrated. Yeah, it was the big epic of the time.
isn't the thing I know about that movie the most is that isn't the wall in there the same one they used in King Kong?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure about that.
I think it is. I think
Okay.
that's what I read. But
Okay.
Okay, Austin.
They say.
they say
Yeah, Austin says maybe a signed laser disc, but not a rotting VHS. Even $500 for a signed laser disc is pushing it quite a bit.
Yeah.
mine are in storage, but they're not rotting.
And
maybe they are.
Joseph Wilson says Laserdisc is best format with an adoration face.
Yeah, Wilson's our resident Laserdisc nut.
Ah,
Better to be a Laserdisc nut than a oxycodone nut.
Hey, leave my Oxy alone. I like my
hey, no
Oxy.
disturbing thoughts, Nate. No disturbing thoughts.
No disturbing.
What did you think seeing that again, huh?
Oh, that was awesome. I love seeing all that stuff.
I mean, I don't think you and I had seen it pretty much since we did it, so.
No, probably not. I mean, I probably saw it a little bit after that. I think, I'm not positive, but I think my dad saw it.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. You went down there and showed him some stuff.
For the listeners,
Yeah.
there Nate
Yep.
and Keith are talking about movies that they themselves created in their youth.
Shorts, yeah, short. Yeah, I played a nut really well, so.
Yeah,
Past
we
tense.
did a lot of stuff.
I didn't do that.
Okay,
have that as my
Jason Sum
ringtone.
says, yeah.
Yeah, ringtone. I didn't do that.
Jason Sum says there's people online trying to push VHS as being this massive money venture. It's like, I'm guessing he's saying Bitcoin, but he put butt coin. Mostly smoke and mirrors. Austin says the tape inside the cassette will rot out eventually. It happens to original negatives if they aren't properly stored. Jose Gomez says Brandon Lee, son of Bruce Lee, The Crow, 1994, love it.
Yeah.
Oh, he corrects himself saying, Jason corrects himself saying Bitcoin. Stupid autocorrect. And Austin says the original negative for Jaws was rotting before they remastered it. Oh, how sad! I'm glad they remastered it.
Yeah.
Did you see green version of Texas Chainsaw? Look at that thing.
Yeah, exactly. We'll still check that out at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think it's a matter of obviously the quality is going to be better nowadays on pretty much anything.
All right. Okay,
Austin. I just got
go ahead.
Winter Beast, and that thing looks better.
Winter Beast?
Yeah.
What year's what year's that from?
Well, they never totally finished it. I want to say 83.
Did you see that Grizzly 2 that was unfinished until like 3 years ago?
No, but someone keeps sending me a thing about Cocaine Bear.
Oh yeah, that looks I don't really like that kind of humor.
I don't either. I don't know what it's about. Nah.
Cocaine
Winter
Bear?
Beast came out in 92, so I guess it looks like it's from the 80s. But I think with VHS, there's a certain charm to it because it's in its original state.
Yeah, VHS has its charm.
Amping everything up. Yeah, so I think for some bands it's just kind of it's reflective of the time period as well.
You just have to have a cold house to keep all your VHSs in good condition.
Well, yeah, I think Austin might be running into more tape rot down in the south, maybe because it never gets cold enough to. Yeah,
it's not winter for 9 months.
Right. Yeah. So it might be more of an issue where he is. Austin's located in Oklahoma, Keith.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Austin continued to say that the Crow remake is not needed, so they were going to remake the Crow.
Well, of course they're going to remake everything. Why not?
They can't be touching my Brandon Lee.
Is the Crow going to be a black woman?
Oh, jeez, maybe. Austin says it'll be me.
That's funny.
I'll kick some butt. Austin continues to say the same with Godfather 1 and 2. Those were getting a blue color to them before the Coppola restoration.
Coppola, yeah. I don't know how to say his last name.
Oh, I thought they were going to say they were making those.
Oh, just a matter of time.
And Jason says second
There'll be the godmother. She'll be a black woman.
Jason says second sights.
Consigliere.
I'm done.
Uh-oh. That's okay, Keith. Okay, I'll read it. Where am I? Jason says Second Sight's Texas Chainsaw 4K Collector's Edition looks amazing. Okay, Jason. I'm just so sick of upgrading formats. I'm done until I have to. I mean,
They're
Keith,
making it so you almost do have to.
Well, right. Eventually probably will. But Keith can attest to this. I mean, we're so old that, we did, VHS. Keith didn't dabble in Laserdisc, but Laserdisc, DVD, now Blu-ray. I mean, it's just like, we're so sick of, rebuying movies.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't have was the Laserdisc. But
right, yep, yeah.
I download a lot, and I see I can download in 4K, but I don't bother half the time because I'm taking up more size and don't really care. So.
Oh.
I mean, you gotta. It's a generational thing. I mean, with people like us, Keith, where we grew up with, VHS tape on standard definition TVs. I mean, HD is gonna be fine for the rest of our lives.
True.
Yeah, we're not hard to satisfy.
Austin.
Yeah, exactly.
Austin is rebuttaling. He says, no, it's not.
Uh-oh.
It's not more of an issue here than anywhere else if your tapes are in a cool temperature house, and winter here is pretty cold.
Oh, what's it get down to 47?
Okay, I have a friend in Kentucky, and when it gets 30 degrees, they're in like parkas.
Oh my God.
Yeah, at least it's still above zero.
When it's 30 degrees, Nate and I are having fires.
Yeah.
That's true.
You guys are still in t-shirt and shorts in 40 degrees. But, okay, climates are different in the north and the south. South's winter is cold for south, and south winters is warm for north. So, but, you know, the government's got to fuck with us somehow, so they got to have us feuding over temperatures between north and the south. So, I understand. I understand Austin saying it's cold in his winter, but up north, I guess maybe VHSs might be surviving more because we are cold 90% of the year.
The trade-off is our VHSs survive, but our cars do not.
Oh, yeah, the cars do not survive anything.
Oh, God. I think I'd rather have the cars survive.
Yeah, me too.
Jose reminds us...
Shit.
Terminator 1984, that might strike up some conversation.
Nah.
No.
You're close. Give them to me. Now.
What about Terminator 84?
Oh, that's what Gomez reminded us that's the year it came out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Poor Austin. It says it got down to... Austin Willcutt says it got down to 12 degrees a few months ago. It varies from year to year. Okay, Now that's still above zero, Austin. I'm sorry. When you have negative 32 degrees before adding in the wind chill, then you can talk cold.
Well, the real feel here now is minus 10, so...
Yeah, it's cold. I mean...
With the wind.
All right. Jason Sump says, born in 79. Sorry, but VHS is pure garbage.
Oh!
It's the worst home video format. It was timing, renting, and the boom of the adult XXX tapes that made VHS mainstream, also cheap to make. Austin Willcott says, above zero, damn LOL. And sounds like... Yeah, Minnesota kind of is Antarctica in the winter.
It's been cold. It's gotten colder days at times.
We've been colder than Antarctica several times. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, in regards to Jason, I mean, you know, everyone's got their own points of view, and that's understandable that everyone's got their own points of view, isn't it?
It is. You know, I'd love to live in the South again, but you know. Don't have the means, and I'm with a very sweet northerner right here.
Yeah.
Joseph Wilson says, a shame some obscure movies are still stuck on VHS and never made it to Laserdisc, DVD, or Blu-ray. Yeah, a lot of movies are getting lost. A lot of it got lost in film just before VHS.
Yeah, that's a
I'm sure we have some that haven't gone to Blu-ray or anything yet.
It's millions of movies.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, we just have to bust open the Disney vault and get all of that film
Why'd you say Disney?
Because Disney's, like, got the corner on everything.
I don't think we have a lot of Disney VHSs.
Other than, like, Tron and Black Hole.
I have a few. I think I have The Tramp and Bambi, maybe... I don't know. I'd have to look at my stock. I have a few Disney unopened VHSs.
Good.
Yeah, I was going to say, Nate, you reminded me, actually, with the same Black Hole there. That's one we should watch sometime again.
Black Hole?
There you go. Yeah, I got the Blu-ray. They cleaned it up and took out the wires on, hanging the little floaty robots.
Well, that
the
version,
wires were
there's
classic.
another version out there that I'm interested in seeing again.
What?
There's another version I'm interested in seeing again.
A Black Hole? What's that?
The edited version.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is this a Keith
I mean,
cut?
we do both. No. We can do both. No, it's Nate and Keith cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen that probably since we did it.
Yeah, same.
Looks like Joseph Wilson says Junior 1985,
Oh,
aka
God.
Hot Water, is still stuck on VHS. I know Nate owns this on VHS. This desperately needs a Blu-ray release
Yeah,
so we can see the pretty ladies in high def.
Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome, that would be a perfect movie for them. It's only a matter of time. Junior.
That is another one Nate and I edited.
Oh, that's true.
Don't you have a poster for that somewhere?
No, not a poster.
Oh.
I just randomly remembered a line from that. Something about the cop and his tooth.
Oh, really? Yeah, I can't remember. You mean from the
He's
real
in the
movie or the edit?
No, the edit, when he's standing there in the dark near the end. And you could see like a gleam on his tooth. I'm like, can you see my tooth good here?
Oh, okay. All right.
You two have your own language. That's awesome.
Scheherazade.
Scheherazade.
Yeah, what? Oh, is that from...
No, it was the commercial that was playing on the radio in that movie. It was like Scheherazade Diamonds or something like that. It was during the when she's laying out there
Oh, okay.
near the water during the naked scene. We just let it play this commercial. It looked like a commercial.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then the audio seemed like it, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, Junior, Vinegar Syndrome. What's taking you so long?
Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome. Come on.
All right. Just for a quick time check, looks like the show's lasted an hour and 16 minutes. Thank you, everyone, for joining and commenting and calling. Just a little time check there.
Thanks for the time check. So are you
Thank you.
are you dug out, or you still gotta?
Oh no, I haven't. My neighbor's gonna come over with the plow later.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Jason,
so no, I'm not dug out, but I can get out.
Okay.
Wilson has a question. What did you two think of Nightlife? I know you reviewed it a while back, but forgot your thoughts on it. Was Nate the one that just seen it as meh and Beth enjoyed it a little more?
Is that something you shared with us? What did he say?
Nightlife.
Life?
Was that the movie that he possibly shared with us
I
and we
can't
watched?
remember. Yeah, I think once we run out of Friday, we can go back and look at those things that we didn't look at that he
That's
shared.
an idea.
Yeah, because he was sharing a lot at a point there, and
Yeah, he says,
we
does
got
it
back-
deserve a Blu-ray release? And yes, the Laserdisc capture.
yeah, I'll have to revisit that stuff, and we'll do proper reviews when we're done with Friday.
Nightlife.
I remember Night Flyers. I don't remember Nightlife.
Was that the one where it says Thrill Me?
I don't know, man.
Was that the Thrill Me cop in Nightlife? Remind me. Joseph
Who the hell
Wilson.
knows?
I don't know. I'm trying... Well, because you and I do have opposite views on a lot of movies. Although for Fridays, we've been kind of following the same page. If anyone has been watching our Friday the 13th reviews, they're up and down. Though we're now in season 3, so we're almost done with those. So, yeah, we should watch some of these captured videos from Wilson and do some maybe weekly reviews on those.
We'll see what we can do. What, Keith?
I had heard of a remake, another remake that they want to do.
Good.
Maniac Cop.
Oh, God. I was just thinking about good old Robert. I don't know how you pronounce it. I've always said Robert Zadar. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name or not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was just thinking about him the other day, and I don't think he's with us anymore.
No, I think he's gone.
Aw, bummer. Jason has a good point. He says a huge reason things get stuck in limbo is rights issues. He said Slumber Party Massacre 3 was pulled from Scream Factory due to this. Yeah, that's stupid
always,
paperwork and red tape.
That's always dumb to me. Like, wouldn't people rather have it out there making money? I just don't understand
collecting dust. With each generation seeing these movies, they become instant cult classics. And
do you remember Slumber Party 3, Keith, with Sandra from Friday 2 delivering the pizza?
I do. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember all those. And it gets. Well, it's the sorority ones.
Yeah.
Don't they incorporate Slumber Party into it?
Yeah, well, there was I don't know how I think Sorority House 2 actually showed clips from Slumber Party 1.
Right.
It's just like, what the hell?
Hochstetter had a strange sense of humor.
Old Hochstetter.
all right, I guess
And number 1 was done.
Joseph answered our question. He said, yeah, I gave you both the Nightlife Laserdisc capture and Night Flyers. I believe you only reviewed Nightlife.
Oh, I remember
Nightlife
Nightlife now. Nightlife was...
Yet.
Yeah, I remember Nightlife now. That was the one with the corpses. The person worked at the embalming place or whatever, and the corpses came to life because of the toxic spill.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, okay. I was
thinking of a totally different movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of Night Shift with Michael Keaton.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Keith says he likes that.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, I remember Nightlife now.
Yeah, you're right, Wilson. We reviewed Nightlife, but not Night Flyers.
Is that the one where the girl says "I'm cold" at the end?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
We'll get to him, Wilson. You'll just have to be patient.
Dawn of the Dead. Okay.
Jason Sum said, "Look at Dawn of the Dead original. Rights holders can be very delusional."
Yeah, delusional.
Okay. Yeah, people, they sit on stuff thinking if they wait long enough they'll get more money, but if you wait too long,
no one
people
cares.
are going to forget about it. It's iffy.
I mean, there's like 5 different versions of Dawn of the Dead.
Oh,
That's
really?
True.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, unrated and deleted, all that stuff, yeah.
Deleted scenes, undeleted scenes, added scenes, extended cut.
Yeah.
Sorry, my eyes kind of rolled in the back of my head.
I mean, yeah, obviously, I think a lot of that's obviously, they're trying to make money of some sort. But...
I just say, just make the video art look, not video art, the cover art look decent, and you'll probably get more sales. A lot of people...
I mean, heck, maybe Carpenter's looking for $1 or $2. I could give him my Halloween.
Oh, there you go. No, but I think cover art really makes or break a movie. Because if people don't know the movie and the cover art looks like shit, they're not going to watch it even if it's a gem.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
yes, Beth, you're right about everything you say.
Oh, good boy.
Bath time?
Maybe. We'll see. Joseph Wilson says he recaptured Night Flyer's Laserdisc with his
CLD-3080. Go ahead.
And the benefit of this is that it will have this full picture. His Panasonic cuts off about 5% of the right of the screen because of a defect with the player. Oh, well, that's awesome. Not that I really understand it.
But it's awesome regardless. Oh, you know what's 30 years old this year, Keith? In April, Robot Wars.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We didn't edit that one, too, did we?
I think we did.
I think so. Nice. Yeah, 30 years for that.
Robot Wars.
They probably would market and sell more of these things if they made, more interactive covers like they do with, what was it, the Dead Pit?
Oh, yeah, the blinky eyes.
Yeah, you squeeze it and the eyes blink.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, but we're all forgetting that, covers are kind of a moot physical covers are a moot point now because, I mean, it's just, the
in a lot of
artwork's on
ways.
digital screens now.
Right. Wilson is asking if we would like a copy of that movie. He can recode it for us.
Oh, I think we're good. Thank you, though. Beth makes a sad face. Seeing a couple extra millimeters of the right side of the screen ain't gonna make or break nothing. Thank you, though, Wilson.
Maybe you guys can have an off-chat discussion.
No, I'm good with what we've seen. Thank you, Wilson.
Aw, he's not making any... I hope he's not making an enemy of a possible...
Well, I'm giving him less work
link.
to do. It should be
He
making
wants
friends.
to do the work.
Well, do it and watch it.
Don't be a dink. Come on.
Well, okay, hold on. Wait, well, okay, what's...
You can read it.
Austin says, a lot of the Tubi CGI covers turned me off, so cover art does matter to a point. I was thinking about that when Beth was saying that, how many crappy, just computer-generated art is on Tubi.
Yeah, a lot of it's kind of stupid.
And they even have really shitty, crappy art for movies that have actual real art, It's just, why, that's a big...
What if Tubi has to do the crappy cover art just to be able to show it?
It's possible it's a legal thing, but it's just ridiculous.
I mean, honestly, if you have crappy cover art, you might as well just say this is the movie and then have, like, a blank screen so you're not doing any copyright issues. But if it's already on Tubi, isn't that a copyright thing?
It's beyond my pay grade.
Sorry, I'm getting into a dark hole of...
Now Beth's downward spiral of depression over cover art.
Hey, leave 9 Inch Nails out of this.
Oh. Yeah, I was just thinking how fun it'd be to share disturbing thoughts, but it's a problem because you actually used 9 Inch Nails, so...
That's true.
So it's like we can't even put it on YouTube. That's kind of a bummer.
Unless you edit the music out.
Unless, Keith does his own score.
Yeah.
I don't think he's... I think the generator, MTV music generator, is gone.
Oh, bummer.
That's probably gone.
I think the music you did, though, for Random and Paranoid was great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only reason that I chose that particular piece out of 9 Inch Nails, because I had the album, obviously.
Well, the single at the
Yeah.
time, because the album wasn't out yet.
Right. And there is words to the song, but I pictured a different, thing going on in my head listening to it.
Right. Looks
And
like...
so we did a lot of the movies, and that's just what came to mind. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, that was back before, we could put video online, so we weren't even thinking about worrying
Right.
about copyright stuff, because it was just like we were doing it for ourselves.
right, no one was going to see it, so.
Yeah.
Looks like Austin and Jason are having a wonderful conversation. Austin says, I've seen DVD covers of a lot of those movies on Tubi, and they're the same crappy art. That's just how they do cover art now, sadly.
All rights reserved.
Yeah, and
Yep.
Jason says it's rights issues since Tubi is a free. Their revenue is in the ads. Yeah, that's kind of a touchy topic.
Yeah, I'm getting touched.
You are not. I'm not even close
Yeah,
to
see,
you.
when we did stuff, like when we did our first Friday,
You mean
Friday
the
night.
Friday night and use the actual music?
Oh,
well,
Austin's got
we
a good
used the
point.
actual
I'm sorry.
music, but we also used the Mario paint, right?
Well, just to do the titles,
And
yeah.
And I swear in a couple of the things, the credits, we actually gave credit to that stuff. Did we not?
Oh,
I can't remember.
But I think I
but
I
if you
wanna
give
say we
credit, then
did, 'cause we
maybe
thought,
they want money.
Yeah, we thought that was good enough.
Oh, I see. Simply acknowledging the person
Yeah.
who did the music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's not ours.
This is how it works. Well, in I don't know if they do it anymore, but in old movies, and the end credits will be like a certain song courtesy of this, courtesy of Columbia
Right.
Records. And it
Yeah.
almost it kind of seemed like that. Like as long as you just say what label it was on, you could use it. I mean,
Right.
that's how we thought what it meant or whatever.
Now, like with you see, what's interesting with some of the music now is a lot of it is fair use when they do it free for download. But then it's different when you use it on a different item to try and make money off of it. But it's kind of funny. I find it petty. Like say we put Disturbing Thoughts on there, right? Here comes Trent Reznor to sue Nate and Keith over making 50 cents. This movie.
Oh no!
I mean that would really say something there. But
Well, you are his doppelganger, so maybe you can be like, "Well, I thought it was you."
well, yeah, like 30 years ago.
Austin puts his mix in. He says, "How hard is it to take a real photo or a drawing and make a DVD cover with that? CGI
Easy.
covers just seem more complicated." And Jason's commenting on our 9 Inch Nails. Trent Reznor is actually very forward thinking. He lets fans upload bootlegging record demos. So maybe you guys can do.
I was just thinking that a while back. It seemed like he put something out and encouraged people to make
Download
videos.
it and use it what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, and make videos and upload them. But I mean, it might have been for one specific thing.
Right.
They're running out of video ideas, so maybe letting the music get uploaded for nothing and posting it with all these different ideas actually gives the artists something to work with.
Yeah, then they'll.
It may not have been for YouTube though. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know all the details.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either, but that would be my
Jason
guess
says-
because YouTube has its own.
Jason says
Rules.
Trent
Yep.
Reznor has always been that way.
Good, Beth.
I'm just following what the screen is
And I'm
telling
saying
me.
good, Beth.
No bath for you tonight.
Oh well, Jason says his music belongs to the fans. You better
Aw,
believe
yeah,
it.
9 Inch Nails is awesome.
Yeah.
Is 9 Inch Nails still Keith's favorite?
Um,
Whoops, guess not.
I have very good memories of the music in the past. I don't like what he is now.
Oh,
Aw.
okay.
Hope
Well,
Trent's not listening.
I'm sure that's going to be a problem.
But
I'm
other
sure
than
he is.
that, yeah, I'm still a fan of the music, especially the older stuff that I like.
Okay, good.
I'm just not a fan of what he's doing now.
What is he doing now?
Well, we might not want to get into it if it's like political ideology or what.
I mean, I don't know if you call it that.
okay.
I guess I would consider I would say they sold out. I'll just
Oh,
put
okay.
that way.
Oh, no.
Maybe we'll leave it at that.
Along the lines of Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay.
So we could talk about that later.
We can talk about it later.
Later.
Shut up, Dink.
Okay. I'm just looking at this lovely little leaf on the snow just by itself.
I thought that was a really cool image for the snowed in show. Just a leaf on a blanket of white snow.
I'll have to. I wonder if I can do this while I'm on the phone.
Uh-oh,
Oh.
do what?
Here, I'll send you something. Hold on.
Where are you going to send it?
Jason says soundtracks, but live 9 Inch Nails is one of the best live acts. I
Okay.
never got a chance to see Nin live.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I didn't have a lookalike to get trampled on with me at the concert.
Okay. I don't know if we briefly lost Keith. I don't know what he's up to.
He's looking for something on his phone to try to send it. But it might be easier if Keith is still listening to send it to Nate's email. Would that be easier
There
to
you go.
upload?
Where'd he send it?
I sent it to your phone.
Okay, so what is it?
It's a picture.
It might be easier to send it to email.
Has nothing to do with a bath, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. Is it something you want to share with the Listeners?
Yeah, well, yeah, I just sent a picture to Nate and Beth of my neighbors. How they shovel their driveway is they shovel it into a big pile of snow in front of their garage.
Oh, no.
And park my
So
driveway.
that's kind of silly.
It's
Why would
very
you
silly.
put all of your snow in front of the garage? Because isn't that where your cars are?
No, they can't fit their cars in there.
Oh, so the garage is just... I'm sorry, that's really loud to the mic.
Yeah, so instead of shoveling on the side into the yard, they just put it in the middle of the driveway.
That would be fun to show on the show. That's up to Nate, though.
Yeah, can you send that to email? I'll put it on the show.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get to that. Yeah, go ahead. Keep doing what you're doing. And
Jason says
I'll get to the email.
I'm doing what I'm doing.
there is setup. Wait, their setup is DTS, direct to streaming. I don't know. It's hard to explain. If you see them live, it's very 3D experience. We're talking about 9 Inch Nails.
That's good.
It's hard to explain.
It's too easy for me.
We're talking about
That's probably
Tourist
giving
Trap.
you that face. Like, what are you talking about?
Talking about Tourist Trap. We just recently watched that.
Now we're talking about this video from when Dad was trying to help me with homework, and I recorded it. It's just this big yelling argument.
Okay.
Anyway, Jason says their setup is DTS. It's hard to... Oh, that's where Keith got it. Okay.
Were you even listening to me? Because I did read that out loud.
I remember that. Austin says they... Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So will they just... Okay.
What if people don't have the ability to read the chat? Are you just going to say, oh, okay? Why don't you just
I thought you already read it.
I
You
didn't read that last line.
Oh, okay. Austin says they use a DTSX surround system at my local B&B theater.
B&B?
Bitch and bitch.
Oh, okay. I hear little tiny fingers on a keyboard. It's probably Keith. Anyway.
I guess
that was me.
Wonder how many people we still actually have.
we haven't looked for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I got to refresh. It'll probably be 2. Ooh.
It says 5 watching. Thank you.
5 listeners.
Yay.
Let's see.
Okay, Nate. Sent.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Austin says used to be a Star World theater, but they bought it out. Used. Okay, we're gonna need to switch places, Beth.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Nine Inch Nails live 3 times.
Sure.
I saw them at Woodstock '94. Then I saw them in '95 at the Target Center here, and then again in I think it would have been 2000 at the Target Center again.
Wow. So we
No, 4
apologize.
times.
We apologize if there's any chat coming up. Nate has the screen occupied with email, so he can pull up this image from Keith.
Yeah, 4 times. I seen them with David Bowie and Prick.
9 Inch Nails with David Bowie? That must have been amazing.
Yep. That was '94 as well.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Now you're making Beth all jealous.
I love
Yeah, Woodstock
Bowie.
'94 was that was an experience for sure. I was, well, how old was I?
When you've been
18?
16,
17?
17 when I went. Yeah.
Wow. That's fun.
Yep. I was caked in dirt and mud and grime.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, didn't 9 Inch Nails make themselves so huge because they use, like, unorthodox ways to make music, like machine sounds?
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I mean, they kind
yeah.
of just shot up. Like,
He
wow.
composed all of it, and then he found people to play it. His live, anyways. Yeah, the live show was somewhat different. It was almost like listening to some of his remixes that he would release. They would actually do those live, like crazy stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I just remember, I don't know how many keyboards, and they smashed a lot of their gear and all that stuff.
Well, they had the money to be able to do that. I mean, they literally
Apparently.
skyrocketed.
But
And
they definitely stole the show from Woodstock.
oh, I'm sure.
So the only other one that I can really remember that I liked a lot that was at Woodstock was Metallica, I believe, was there. Yeah, they were there.
Metallica's pretty cool. Are you just looking and admiring the picture, or what's going on there?
Well, yeah, I was gonna get rid of the, but I don't think there's enough of the license plate to really matter.
Oh, snow it out a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of the numbers that we can see just to be nice.
Okay.
Isn't that ridiculous, though?
What?
Well, he's just making sure that no one can get mad at us for showing
No.
people's license plates. But yeah,
No, I
it's
mean
kind
the
of
pile.
maddening.
What's he talking about?
Putting the snow in front of the driveway.
Oh yeah,
or
absolutely.
It's partially, like, in my way, so I'm probably going to, I don't know, because
Say
he's kind of
something.
crooked.
Say something. I tell you,
Huh?
you're gonna say
Yeah.
something to him.
Well, if he doesn't want to get sideswiped or run over, I mean, I don't know.
Looks like there has been some chat, and we haven't been able to read it out loud. We apologize. We've been working on this picture, which is wow.
Yeah, and then the closer was provocative, but they're actually more. They have two more provocative songs before all that. One was Physical, and the other was Get Down, Make Love. And on Pretty Hate Machine, there's an alternate version on the original album called Now I'm Nothing.
Oh, I like Pretty Hate Machine.
Of Sanctified.
Oh, I haven't heard that one in a while. I have Pretty Hate Machine on my MP3 player to listen to at work. I haven't listened to the whole CD. I just kind of put my music on random and whatever pops up. But Nine Inch Nails likes to play I Wanna Fuck You Like an Animal, so I kind of...
Actually,
just in case people are listening.
I know what I'll get and I'll bring for you, Beth.
Okay.
I have the album's actually called The Purest Feeling.
This is Nine Inch Nails?
Yeah, it's the original intent for Pretty Hate Machine.
Oh, okay. That'd be fun to share with you.
I'll copy that and I'll bring that for you.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Looks like it's holding strong on 5 whopping listeners.
Woohoo!
There's the snow pile. I see it.
So why do we think they put it right there?
That's what they've been doing, because they won't back their car out. Like on the side there, when you've been over here, over there's a yard where the trash bins are.
Oh.
So they're not shoveling it onto there. Obviously, behind them is the street.
Huh.
And it's partially going into my part of the driveway. You can see where I went through the snow there.
Like around it.
Yeah, well, the line there is where I started cutting it off. I drove on the other thing, but so he's sticking over into my part of the driveway. But that's like the edge of that snow pile is probably like a foot in front of the garage.
Oh, geez. So they can still get into the garage, but they don't.
Right. So he's putting all this weight of snow sitting there. That's gonna melt him, you know.
Oh, well, I don't know.
What's the last thing I read here? Or you read, Beth? Did you read Jason says, Woodstock 94, thumbs up, very impressive. Austin says 9 Inch Nails Closer was pretty provocative back in the 90s. I think Keith responded to that. He says the music video, that is. Jason says Closer was heavy edited originally. Now it's uncut on YouTube. Go figure. The video itself is a concept, not so much bad. Austin says, I bet PETA got pissed off big time at the crucified monkey.
People eating tasty animals?
Jason
They got mad at a lot of things.
Jason says around that time, PETA wasn't a thing, plus the monkey was never harmed. Austin says to Jason, true, but PETA doesn't seem to care. Laugh out loud.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't care unless you eat them or skin them.
That struck some chords between some conversation.
I love when they start fighting in the... I mean, I wouldn't call it fighting, but yeah.
Let's fight.
The squabbles in the chat.
Time to fight, Nate.
Yep.
Wasn't it 2 rules to Fight Club? No one talks about Fight Club, and rule 2 is nobody knows about Fight Club.
I remember one of the dad's lines he used to say to us.
Okay, what?
Every now and then he'd come around. We'd probably be playing the video games or something. He'd be like, "Are you guys sick of each other yet?"
Oh yeah.
Aw, maybe that was his way of saying you're overdoing your welcome.
Yeah.
You guys tired of each other yet?
What about that audio I gave you? Keith, I don't want your dirty socks.
Yeah. Yeah, put them with the other things.
I put them there because that's where I came in at.
You know what? It's funny. I know exactly what I was thinking during that moment. I was like, well, I'm not going to wear the dirty socks around the house.
Oh, yeah, you should have said, would you rather I wear them around the house?
Gomez is letting us know he's still here. Yay!
Lucky
Hi,
us.
Gomez.
What was that?
I said, hi, Gomez.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
Well, it's kind of a fun rant. We're going on 2 hours of the Nate and Beth show. More like huge movie fanatics reincarnated. Well, he used to do a show like once a week.
Yeah.
And now the Nate and Beth show is like once a month if we feel like it. And I don't think once a month is too horrible, but
Yeah, once a week was getting a little much.
that was mostly in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
So, but come summer, I think I'm going to be crucified by walks.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
like
are.
2 months from now, at least, like probably 2 months from now, it's time to get out.
3 months from now. This is Minnesota. We're not in the southern states. This is Minnesota. It's not going to warm up until like May.
See, if it wasn't this bad out now, I'd totally go for a walk with you, Nate.
Oh. What temperature do you need it to be to walk, Keith?
I guess as long as it's not 0.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to walk in the woods below 0, I guess we can, but...
Okay, it's settled.
Careful what you're saying, Keith, because he will walk
I'll
you.
do it.
He'll...
I'll do it.
Okay, I know you're back. So you be careful. That's why I've cut down on my walks with Nate. Is it feels good while you're walking, but then
Afterwards,
that night
yeah.
it's murder.
Well, I wouldn't have done it this last weekend. I was incredibly sore for like 2 days. Oh.
Sorry. Austin says he's seen people try to reason with PETA that the animals aren't being harmed, but they see everything as abuse if the animal is not being put on a pedestal with a golden staff. Laugh out loud. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Well, let's not post the videos that you believe in.
Oh, yeah. Change. Get in the tub.
Wow.
Oh yeah, next time you're gonna have to see that the newly put on DVD footage of rafting and a fire with people.
Oh yeah, I showed them that.
Oh good, those pictures.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh my God, so young."
In regards to both of you or who?
Yeah. Because Yeah, but she remembered that, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was surprised. It turns out Joey showed up. So we did rafting during the day, then we did a fire.
Yep.
Joey showed up for that, and then we did more rafting and fire on the pond. So I was surprised to see that, yeah, the first people to go out was you and him to light up the pond. So that was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Memories that I
Yeah,
don't
well,
share.
Well, she said you're my favorite. You're her favorite friend of mine.
Yep, you told us. Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to
Yeah.
figure out what she was on when she said it.
Probably heroin.
Cocaine.
No, come on, no. I didn't go that far with people.
Oh, good.
Well, yeah,
No
I
heroin.
could. There's no music in that. I could show those fire going up and the pond clips on here.
Yeah,
Fun,
totally
fun.
good.
Austin says, didn't they decapitate a real snake in Friday the 13th?
That's true.
They wouldn't like that now. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about the
Oh.
movie. I don't like seeing that real animal death, but
Yeah, they did. I doubt they went and got the mechanical snake
No,
or something.
not for that.
Jason says ASPCA is a legit nonprofit. PETA is the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
We should just make an organization, just call it acronym.
Okay.
Ooh.
I like that.
Yep.
But then what would the acronym stand for?
It doesn't have to.
Acronym.
It doesn't have to stand for anything. It's the A.
But that's what an
However-
acronym is.
However the
To do
hell.
whatever we want.
Oh. I don't even know how to spell acronym.
Did Keith? Did you know at some point very quietly the Do you know what the MPAA is? That they're the.
Yeah.
Do you know they quietly over the years recently became the MPA?
No.
Yeah.
So it's no longer the Motion Picture Association of America. Now it's the Motion Picture Association.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means
Just
of the world or what.
I'm guessing so. Probably
Yeah.
in different, I'm sure they have it in the other countries.
They dropped that second A. What are you doing?
It seems like the European countries and stuff like that ban more movies than we do.
Yeah.
Or at least in the 80s and 90s and 70s even, too.
Zooming in a little bit.
Yeah, I got rid of the garage door opening. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's a photo from today?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, thanks so much. We got a Minnesota blizzard
Right before the show.
photo right before the show, documenting for the court date.
Court date.
We blocked out any incriminating evidence.
Austin says Cannibal Holocaust is the worst offender with the turtle. I haven't seen that. Have you seen that, Keith?
No.
Okay, good.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of films that have something in there, but I mean, well, heck, Massacre did, but they didn't do it, but they found it.
You talk about the dog?
The dog, the armadillo.
Yeah, but I guess, I mean, if those are already dead, it's not the same.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't do it, but a real.
It's a real animal
Right.
corpse, yeah.
Right. Well, I
Jason,
suppose technically the bones too, right?
Mm.
well, that's true. I mean, yeah, supposedly all them human bones were real bones. That's scary. Beth just
Yeah,
looked at me with big eyes.
They're animal bones from a vet.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the human bones. Those were real as well from, like, India.
Oh, okay. Were they?
Sacrilege
Really?
there.
That's what I think in an interview Robert Burns said, I think. And he's kind of like, I don't want to know where they got them bones that I got from India.
Yeah, well, that reminds me of Return of the Living Dead, because he said he's showing them the skeletons. He's like, you ever seen that, perfect teeth? He's like, oh, skeletons come from India.
Yeah, that's real, I think.
Mm.
Is it just because so many people die there? I mean,
There
I
must
don't
be
know.
a skeleton
Farm.
monopoly. Yeah, skeleton farm. It's like the Matrix. They just breed people and they grow them up and then they just kill them and use the skeletons. That's scary.
He says that in Return of the Living Dead too.
Oh, okay.
You know that?
I gotta watch that again.
He goes, I think they have a skeleton farm there.
Oh my god. Let me read chat.
Yeah.
Jason says you gotta have a screw loose to want to watch anything with any real death on films. That's true. I was never a big fan of
The snuff
like
films.
Faces of Death. Now, are those supposed to be real or fake or part of part?
There's
I think Faces of Death was supposed to be reenactments of real deaths.
I believe there is some real ones in the very first one.
So
I haven't seen it, but
some
I don't like that either.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. We like fake death.
Right.
Austin says the turtle stuff kind of made me gag. It just gets too gross. I wouldn't be surprised if some of those skeletons are from human trafficking. Jason says there's body farms all over the world. Damn it. Austin says Faces of Death is a mix of real and fake. So it's settled.
I mean, what is this? Body farms. What is this? Motel Hell?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
Best darn beef jerky in the world.
Snap inspection, Bob.
Yeah. You know what's so goofy about that movie is I don't know why it's called Motel Hell because there's so little motel in the movie, just that swinging scene or whatever.
Yeah.
True.
Now, who are the
with
key
hell?
characters in there? Did we edit that movie?
I don't think we edited it. Is that what you asked?
Yeah, but I know two characters who are total Nate and Keith characters in there. That would be like, if we edited the movie, we don't need to edit because they did it perfectly.
Oh.
Well,
Do you know the two characters?
My mind is mush nearly 2 hours in, so maybe you'll have to reveal the characters.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should probably.
Did you say it?
Oil Me Up.
Oh, okay.
The guy and his wife, the swingers.
Yeah.
That come there after answering some ad and they think the motel is for swingers.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Those two characters would totally be me and you in an edit.
Wow, who's getting oiled?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say who's getting oiled.
You'd be the hog-tied one, probably.
Oh boy.
What do you call this? I call it hog, man.
Beth's getting bored.
Maybe we should wrap this up. So what's the chat?
Beth's getting bored. Jason says various police departments have body farms. Medical students go out and watch bodies decay and learn from it. It's both interesting and morbid. That's true. Austin says TNT used to show Motel Hell late at night a lot in the 90s.
I could actually get some insight into what he just said.
Oh, no.
What, the body
right.
farms?
Well, I haven't seen a body farm, but yeah, when I went to school, I did definitely had to go to coroner's offices.
Damn it.
Like the actual morgue or whatever. So I had, cause what they did, I didn't see anything shot like a dead person, but they do make you look at what happens because of ballistics and things like that.
Well,
or like having to know the smell kinds of things.
Ugh.
I won't go too much into it, but
Thank you.
there definitely is some training in those areas.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Damn it.
All right, well.
I think Beth's had it, Keith.
Yep, she's had it.
All this death is making me hungry.
Oh.
Get some beef jerky.
Smoked out. Smokehouse beef jerky, yeah.
All right, Keith. Well, I think that we're probably going to end it here. I got a lot of snow moving to do, and
yeah, you move the snow. I'll go move mine.
well, we're going to move our respective snow. Okay.
All right, man. We'll talk later.
We'll talk
Alright.
soon. Thanks for calling.
Thanks for
Yeah,
calling
thanks,
in.
guys.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
See you, Keith.
Yep. Bye.
All right, everyone. Well, I guess that does it for us. What Austin says, order some KFC. Laugh out loud. I think we got
Sounds kind of good.
other plans, don't we? With the we don't want to spoil it, but a P and an I and a Z and a Z and a might be
Yeah, that might be good.
part of the
If we can
plans.
get out of the driveway.
Jason says tequila and donuts. Well, I don't drink. Keith does, but I mean not Keith. Beth. Not tequila though. Usually just wine, right?
Yeah, I've had my tequila shots.
Anyway, Austin says Kentucky Fried Corpse.
Yes, that's pretty much what it is.
Jason says bye. All right, everyone. Thanks for showing up. This is kind of fun with Keith on the phone as well. So
Yeah.
I think that made it
A lot more
a
enjoyable.
lot more enjoyable than just sitting here next to me.
Yes, hearing Keith's voice made it enjoyable. Thanks everyone for showing up, and thanks future listeners for enjoying the show. Hopefully we'll shoot it again for next month. Don't know what time. We'll send a commercial out, and hopefully everyone gets it this time.
All right, everyone. Thanks a lot for showing up, and until next time.